Call it to order. I love the
right.
prototyping.
I will go over all the little things that I have, because again, it's not too much, although we haven't, like I said, before somebody's jumped on, we haven't met for a while. It was obviously holidays and then COVID in my family. So this is our first time getting together. So I'll bring you up to date currently with programming, then I'll kind of go back for what we missed, just to kind of keep you in the loop, give you an idea of what's going to happen for summer. And then we'll go over Civic Center and Fields stuff, which is, again, minimal. So as far as current programming, we have pickleball back in full force. We are running lessons on Mondays and Wednesdays. People either sign up for Monday session or for a Wednesday session. And it's either beginners or advanced beginner classes. They're all full. And they're generally full with a wait list. So that's a great problem to have. And we're adding classes throughout the spring already, or winter into the spring. We are running a power over Parkinson's class. We have 5 people signed up for that. It's a new thing that we're doing. It's going really well. Our instructor is absolutely phenomenal. And the people who are taking the class love it. We are running fencing. Class is full. Again, this is something that's kind of, we've done it since I've been here, but it's really picked up steam and become popular. So we're happy with that. We are running a special needs basketball program, or adaptive basketball program, I should call it. We have 25 participants in that. They range in ages from 12 to 40. And it's broken up based off of some age ranges and ability levels. So that program is apparently going quite well. We're happy with it. We are doing a rock climbing program that starts this Sunday, maybe weather permitting. Right now we only have 4 signed up, but it is what it is. It's one of those niche programs that we offer. Last time we had 11. I think it's just the timing of the year where people have more things going on. So, because a lot of people playing basketball, hockey, going skiing, whatever it might be. And then we will have our February vacation Sportszone program going on. That's it for programming wise. As far as just like pickleball in general, because that's a daily thing that we have going on for drop-in, our numbers are astronomical. Our numbers are exceeding pre-pandemic levels. We are having 35 to 40 people per day within a 4-hour span. Before we would have maybe 20 to 30. So it's through the roof, and it's new people. This isn't a lot of people that we are seeing for the first time. A lot of the people that we had pre-pandemic just aren't coming back yet. And a lot of that has to do with, they're concerned about people's vaccination status. They're concerned with just being around crowds in general. So our crew that we had beforehand, they haven't returned. New people have come in and they're loving it. They're having a great time. So that's all going very well. Any questions about current programming stuff?
What time are the lessons, pickleball lessons?
So pickleball lessons Monday, Wednesdays are 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. So it's really 8 to 9:15, then 9:15 to 10:30.
And how are we advertising that? Or do we need to?
Facebook, direct marketing to our pickleball list and through our e-blasts.
Yeah.
Are you seeing the new participants in the pickleball coming out of the class?
Some, but some people just found that we're a friendly facility that they can come to. I had some guy who popped by today. Now we didn't have pickleball today because of the half day for Galvin, but he popped by today. He had heard about us. He was playing over at Woburn Racket Club, I think. And he said, listen, I hear that you guys do a nice job over here. I just want to come check it out. So I kind of gave him the run of, here's how things work here. Gave him the schedule, and it sounds like he's going to be a regular. I also think that, well, I don't think, I know that we're undercharging a lot of other places. A lot of places are charging $10 or more. We do $5 drop-in. Now, $5 drop-in, they come play for 2 hours. They might only get 2 or 3 games. But in reality, they've only paid, $250 or whatever a game. So they're not unhappy with the value that they're getting, and they're getting a lot of socialization, which again, we are having a lot of retirees who were looking to get out of the house and see other faces.
Yeah, I was going to ask what the demographic is.
Yeah, I mean, we do have some younger moms who come down while the kids are at school, but it's the retirees. you know, my age group is not there. It's the ones who are younger than me and the ones who are my parents' age. That's what we're seeing. Anything else? No. All right, so on to past programming. So I'll do November and December stuff just because it seems pertinent to bring you guys up to date on that. So we did a vacation week STEM program with 3 high school girls. They had approached us back in the summer looking to do this, specifically geared towards girls. Their thing is they want to get girls interested in STEAM programs. So we offered it. They had a great value for the program. Again, I think we only had 13 sign up for it, but I shouldn't say only, because we had 13 sign up for a new program. And it was during some of the peak of COVID where people were really panicked about having anybody go out. So from all indications, again, I was out. Karen told me that it was one of the best first programs she's ever seen. Karen's been doing this stuff with me for 15 years. So the girls are super organized. They did a great job. It's something that we will look to bring back, that they were that good. We had a volleyball program over the fall into early winter. We had 31 girls sign up for this program with 13 on the wait list. Volleyball in this town is about to explode. So that's exciting. And the high school coach had emailed me thanking me for offering this. She's going to do something with us in the spring and summer, because she wants to help her program and people are looking for it. So it was a great program. We ran that through Sportszone 101. They had the players from Gordon College come and run that program. So the girls were getting some good instruction from some high level players. We offered Sportszone again during winter break. They had 20 kids sign up. We had originally had about 30. People withdrew because of COVID concerns, or travel plans changed, whatever it was. So it was what it was, but it worked well. They also did a turkey trot program for us the Wednesday of Thanksgiving. So that day when the kids got out of school at 12, they were down at one of the Galvin fields. We had 40 kids register for that immediately. And they did a Nerf and like a Nerf battlefields is what they call it, kind of the Nerf guns. And they had little mazes for the kids to run through and targets to shoot at. So they did that. And then they did their typical dodgeball stuff. 40 kids signed up with 8 on the wait list. Very popular program. People were very happy with it. We did Walsh Moran basketball clinic from September to November. We had 63 kids registered for that program, all done outside. We did our theater program from October to December. We had 24 sign up for that. Ran very well. We're going to offer that again in the spring with the potential to do a performance in late June or mid to late June. So we want to kind of build it towards that. And then currently I'm planning for spring and summer. I hope to have all my programming completed by February vacation and out to the public, because I want to start getting registrations going. We've invited all our summer staff to return, because it was literally the best staff that I've ever had in my 18 years of doing this stuff. Community garden applications will be online by February 11th, because we want to get registration for that started. I'll probably do the lottery sometime around April, right before April vacation is when I tend to do it. So, good.
So the people that have all their stuff still at the community garden, some people have their whatever trellises up still, or are they going to come back and get them, or how does that work?
So DPW will go up, clean that out. We'll probably store the stuff that's good, throw away the stuff that isn't, and we will turn over beds and stuff like that. Yeah. And then, again, it'll be brand new lottery. People who, if they happen to win a plot again, I was given the option to go back to the plot they worked on. It cost me nothing to do, okay, other than a couple extra minutes. So that's easy. But yeah, we'll do the lottery, and it should go well. It's an easy thing to do, and the people who have participated in the gardens love it. So I know that people would like to see more community gardens pop up. We'll see if and when that happens. So for programs for the summer, just kind of give you a clue as to what I'm working on. Basketball wise, we always have one-on-one basketball clinic with Kim Penny. It's a staple that I've been doing for years. I am working with the new high school boys coach and with Jason Pavey to do a collaborative boys and girls clinic. We'll obviously just call it Warrior Basketball Clinic. They're both into doing that. doing a collaborative effort. So we just got to figure out what week or weeks will work for that. We'll invite Walsh Moran to come back and do something. They get great numbers. It's worked here. But I'm not going to have them come in before I have the high school coaches come in. They're my priority. We are going to have blacktop basketball again. Instead of doing that during the daytime, though, because we know it's going to conflict with camps, we're going to do it later in the day. We'll do a late afternoon into early evening kind of thing. And that should kind of work out better. We may lose a few kids to baseball games here or there, but the kids who are serious basketball players for basketball and some pickup games, that's when we'll be able to do it. So looking like a 4 to 7 time slot for that, which will then give, the 7 to 10 open for whoever wants open play at, Galvin Courts, wherever it is. We are working on potentially, in there's some hoops to jump through for it, maybe some canoe and kayaking lessons down at the lake with the Boys and Girls Club. They have the staff there to do it who have done it. They have the obviously the equipment there. It's local. So we're looking into that. I know that they need to get some approval from the town council before that can even happen, but it's something that I'm supportive of. In fact, it was my idea. So I'd like to see if we could do something like that. We will have the Children's Playhouse, the theater program again. Volleyball, like I said, we're looking to do something in the spring, and the high school coach has already sent me 2 weeks that she wants to do for the summer. We are going to have chess. We will do our summer day program that we normally do. We will have a few other enrichment programs that we're still selecting, so we're working on that. We'll have field hockey with the Tufts University coach again. She's going to do some youth clinics and a high school clinic. We'll have some science programs. We'll have Sportszone. We're going to have tennis with Sandy Palmer. Sandy's been great to work with, so we'll have her back. We are also looking to doing some spring tennis because we did tennis in the fall with another vendor, worked really well. So we're going to try and do something in the spring as well, because I would like to have it a little more year round. Sandy's tied up at moving racket clubs, so I can't blame her there. So we bring somebody else to do it when she can't. Wakefield Soccer Association will be back. The baseball coach and softball coach of the high schools will be back to do clinics with us. We're going to do some archery. We're going to do a Sandlot Baseball program for the younger kids, kind of go down, make up some teams, let them play, volunteer coaches or paid coaches who will do soft toss with them, just get the kids active. We're going to do rock climbing. We are going to have, right now, the boys lacrosse program is running a program for us. I'm working on trying to get a girls lacrosse program. Not as easy to get as I thought, but working on it. And we're hoping to do something track. I've reached out to the Wakefield High track coaches to see if they're interested in doing it. If they're not, I have an outside vendor who can do track. I don't think it would be as good as Ruben and Perry because they are 2 of the best that you'll ever find, but we'll have something. So that's kind of our early stages still of summer. And again, we'll add more enrichment programs because I feel like we need to have things for the kids who aren't all sports heavy like we are.
Dan, sorry.
No, go right ahead.
You had mentioned girls lacrosse and having a hard time finding someone. What are you looking for? Just like a clinic? Like what's the time frame?
Somebody who can run a clinic.
So like a clinic, like a couple days or like every week? Like what do you
ideally for me, it's a 1 week thing or a Monday through Thursday thing, 9 to noon.
Yeah. Okay.
I
know some lacrosse coaches. So
if you know somebody, Julie, send them my way. Because the person that I've had in the past is retired from coaching. Mm-hmm. There's another avenue that I've treaded down a little bit, but I've heard to go in a different direction from a few people. So I'm always a little leery of where we go. But if you have connections and obviously you're a coach, you know who could and could not handle it, send them my way. I just want somebody who can run a quality girls lacrosse program 4 days, or if they tell me they need to spread it out over the course of 4 weeks, I'll find a way to make it work around their schedule and find a spot for them.
All right, I'll put some feelers out.
Awesome, thank you. Any other questions about programs?
And when you talk about collaboration with the high school coaches, whether it's soccer, baseball, basketball, is it just a collaboration, or do we see some financial benefit from them running clinics?
Oh yeah, okay. We collect a percentage. And generally, like Jason Pavey, when he runs his clinic, the money that we collect, we get our percentage, 30% or whatever it is. He does his as a fundraiser, so it goes back into the program. Okay. And we kick the money over to the program. Some coaches take it as their summer pay, whatever it is, you know, but we take a percentage of every single program that we offer.
Okay.
Any other
You're gonna
questions?
do movies again?
What's that, Rich?
You're gonna do movies again?
So we have nothing to do with the movies. That is all WCAT.
Oh, okay.
And I would imagine that they'll be doing the movies again. Well, we help promote, but we have nothing to do with it. Anything else? No. Okay. So on to AmeriCal stuff. So we have a new custodian. Her name is Christina Arsenal. Christina is absolutely phenomenal. The building has never been cleaner. She has seen things that I saw a while ago, saying, I wonder when that will get done. Let me back up. When I was out with COVID, Christina had started. So I didn't meet her till I came back in January. When I went there, when I heard there was somebody was there, oh, things look really clean. Let me go check something out. There was a piece of gum that had been on a radiator, and I'm not joking, for 2 years. And I knew it was there. And I'd taken a picture 2 years in a row to see, is it there? First thing I did, I went in there, it was gone. It was gone. All the windows in the gym, we've always had these big metal grates over them. Well, they've been changed so they can actually be opened up and now clean the windows. She's cleaned every window. Honestly, the bathrooms have never smelled better. I mean, she is just utterly fantastic, never stops. So we are absolutely blessed to have her. And I think that things in the building are just going to only get better. Let's put it this way, the third floor bathroom that, you know, nobody ever goes up to because third floor. She discovered that there was some tiles underneath a certain place that were broken, and oh, Jesus, a safety hazard, you need to do something about it. Well, the bathroom's already been gutted and it's going to be renovated. She's that good. She's that efficient. She gets things done. She talks to the right people. So again, we're blessed to have her, and she's a great addition to the facility. So if you come by, please say hi to her. She's awesome. As far as everything else in the building, the gym is booked solid. The only time frame that I have available for rentals is Friday nights from 8 to 10. That's the hardest time to rent out anyways. But that's the only thing that's available. Everything else is just booked. It's booked. WBA is obviously in there. Wakefield Soccer Club is in there. We've had an archery program in there up until I think they end this Saturday. And then when they're done, youth softball will pick up their time. We have a church group that is renting out the Heritage Room on Sunday mornings. The Heritage Room does have availability, but I wouldn't say that it's, you know, it's not booked as heavily as in the past. But we have the Boys and Girls Club in there from 2 to 6 now, Monday through Friday. Revenues that we've never had before. So we're lucky with that. And the Boys and Girls Club has been great. It's been awesome, super clean, using a lot of space, but very respectful of it. So we have a great partnership with them. Things really with them haven't been better. So things at the Civic Center just kind of just roll. We're basically booked every day of the week, especially on weekends, until end of March. Like if I were to find it now we're in there, it's on Friday nights. That's it. So, and I have some interest from other groups once WBA season ends to use weekend time or to use their 6 to 8 slots during the week. So we're kind of filling all those holes when we can. Any questions about Civic Center? Okay. And then fields. So, you know, it's winter. We don't really schedule anybody else to be on fields. That's what we do this time of year. It's kind of a downtime. But I am going to be meeting with Wakefield Soccer Association in the youth lacrosse program on February 10th to go over scheduling needs. I've never done it face-to-face with them. I just kind of want to get in one room and say, hey, this is the schedule that we've had for umpteen years that I'm pretty sure Rich created. Do we need to make any changes to this? Like, does this work? How can we tweak it, make it easier, better, whatever? So I'm going to have girls lacrosse, boys lacrosse, soccer all in one room, and we'll figure out who, what, when, where, why's. And then I'm going to do the same for youth baseball and softball. I want to have them in one room and say, hey, do you have what you need? Do you have what you need? And figure out what's best. Our next meeting, and this is pertinent to fields, our next meeting, I am planning to bring Roger from the BMX group in front of us to talk about the use of amplification or speakers. Again, I don't feel like that's a conversation that we have now. I think whenever Roger's in front of us is when we have the open, honest, candid conversation. And I want to bring him, I definitely want to bring him in because I want to get resolution on that, because his season generally would start, if my brain serves me right, June-ish. And I want to give, if we decide that we're going to allow them to use speakers for anything other than state race, I want to give the neighbors an early heads up. So that letter would come directly from me that we are allowing use of speakers for whatever time, day, location. Okay. That's kind of where we are with fields. Any questions on fields? No.
Yeah, refresh my memory, but did they request more dates that they could use amplification?
They want to use it every week.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's the tricky part. So, you know, I remember Rich looked at it last time we met, you know, because one of the comments from BMX was, well, every other track does it. And I'm definitely not of the mindset, well, everybody else is doing it, so we're going to do it too. You know, that's kind of foolish on my end. Because just because they're doing it doesn't mean they're doing it right. And it doesn't mean that their situation is different. And Richard looked up the other two tracks that we know of, Bill Rickett and Cape Cod, and they were in business districts as opposed to residential. So that's an issue.
Good job, Rich.
But I like BMX to tell us, here's what we want, here's why we want it, here's how we'll do it, and then we can make a decision. Or not me, because I have no voting.
We're not discussing it. I know we're not discussing it now. With that being said, it's an afternoon venue, and it's I don't know. It doesn't. Well, we could discuss it. I don't know if we should go over it now.
I kind of think that we should. You know, if anything that we're going to say, I think we should say in front of them anyways. But that's just me. And of course, quite honestly, anybody can go and look at this meeting afterwards and see we talked about it a little bit, you know, and the transcript's going on at the bottom of your screen, so that you can read it too. It's not like it's out there, but I'd rather have the conversation with BMX with us, and you can answer any questions. Jed,
Are we going to allow any of the neighbors to participate in the meeting?
I'd have to reach out to them and see who would want to do it. Part of me, having been through this in other communities, we could be opening up Pandora's box, because all of a sudden you're going to get phone calls from every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the neighborhood who doesn't want it, which I grew up in the neighborhood of a park where there was use of amplification. I understand it. I understand that side of it. I understand the BMX side of it. I can take the whole picture and I'll tell you what I would do, me personally. All right. And I have no vote in this whole thing anyways. I'd allow them to do it on a few specific dates. And then if the neighbors know, fine. Having grown up in the neighborhood where it happened every single week for 8 to 10 weeks, you know, and we had music. So I grew up across the street from Memorial Park in Reading, and they had summer concerts on Wednesdays and on Sunday nights. And you couldn't get in and out of your driveway. People parked in front of your house on both sides of the road. So if I left my house and, you know, we only had a 2-car driveway, I left out in front of my house while I was parking around the corner down the street somewhere else to get to my own house. Things were a little bit different in my neighborhood on that element. And you heard some people who could really sing well, and you heard some people who would sound like they were dying cows. I mean, that's just the reality of it. We weren't big fans of it. But there was times where you said, geez, it's a nice Sunday night, and this person's got a great voice and they're singing a great song. A lot of fun. I can see both sides of that. Do I think we should give carte blanche to it? I don't, but that's my personal opinion. I think since neighbors have only ever had it once a year, maybe we pick a few specific races and say, we can do this, this, and this. Try it out.
I'd like to know what the dates are and what
Yeah.
the length of time is and what the time of day is.
Yep.
Because it's not really different from other. I don't know what they're playing, what they're playing, I guess would be the other thing. Because we do amplification at a lot of different spots, right?
Right.
I mean, and those spots are in neighborhoods, so we'd have to have a reason not to do it for these guys. Unless it's, that's, so I'd want to know a few more details, but
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it, that's for sure.
And I will have all of those details on the next agenda. I'll actually have that posted so you can see, here's the dates, here's the times, I'll get as many specifics as I can. What I had heard was, it wasn't so much the use of the speaker, it was the use of the speaker for every single of, like, it was literally play by play. So, Rich goes into the first turn, Jed's going in the second turn, Gene wiped out. I mean, it was literally talking for 2 straight hours, as opposed to, okay, racers, get on your marks, get set, go. And then the winner of the event is boom. It was a literal play by play. So there's a lot to it. There's a lot of moving parts here. So I think it's going to be that'll be a longer meeting, I imagine. And I can certainly reach out to neighbors if that's what you guys want me to do. I think we're going to get into a back and forth. It may not be productive.
Well, maybe they, in bringing them in and listening to what they have to say and what their plan is, and tell them that there may be, depending on what they say, an opportunity for another meeting where some people that do have concern can speak up.
Mhm.
Or at least express that, other people are entitled to express their concerns.
Sure. But it's definitely, it's a big conversation. It's one that just needs to be had. And
I guess I probably didn't say it very well. They need to know that maybe there's more voices than just the 9 or whatever it is of us
oh, absolutely.
that can be heard or should be heard.
Right. I can certainly send out a notice to the abutters that this conversation is possibly going to happen, or it is going to happen. If they want to join, they can certainly, we can give them, like town council does, 2 minutes to speak their piece. We'll give Roger his time to do his presentation, and then we make our decision. We have our, obviously we have our own conversations and make our decision.
Yeah, I'd like you to reach out to abutters. I understand that many of them might want to talk, but I like the idea of like a 2 minutes, and I wouldn't feel right, not hearing from them, or
Right.
I feel like that could cause many more problems if we don't reach out to them and we make this decision and then they feel like they're totally,
Right.
they didn't have any say at all. And that
Yep. We can definitely do that. I can have word out to them by probably the end of next week. Obviously, I won't have the meeting information at that time for them, but I can tell them that the meeting will take place and here's where to look for all the meeting information. Because I can tell you right now that we're going to do it on March 2nd. I'm away February vacation, which is when we would normally have our next meeting. So we'll just push it back 1 week and we'll meet then instead. I want to get it done. I want to make sure that whatever we have in place, we have plenty of time to get word out one way or the other, as opposed to sneaking up on us. Any other questions about that good old stuff, fields or otherwise? No? Because if not, that is all I have. And again, we're just preparing for next meeting now.
Okay. Anybody else have stuff?
No.
Nope.
Okay. I guess unless there's old business or new business, we can have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Fine.
We stand adjourned.